These Maxwell's equations I already derived in previous session. Okay, so this is called the first thermodynamical Maxwell equation. This is the first thermodynamic. This is called first thermodynamic potential, and this is the second thermodynamic potential, and this is the third thermodynamic potential, and this is the fourth thermodynamic potential. Okay, so these four potentials you always remember, because we are using these thermodynamic potentials in further classes. Okay, so therefore you will you will by heart this Maxwell's equations. So it is not that much of easy to by heart. So that's why I'm using a shortcut. See, simply you will I will write here the shortcut how to remember this thermodynamic potentials without doing any proof. Without doing any proof. So right, simply first you have to take this thermodynamic that equation. So simply you have to write first TV PS. Okay, so TVPS means TV Pakistan, PS means Pakistan. Okay, so you just remember this type of shortcut, TV Pakistan, Pakistan TV. Okay, TV Pakistan. Okay, and third one is SVPT. Okay, so SVPT is nothing but Pakistan, SV Peta. Okay, so simply SV Peta. Like simply remember TV Pakistan. Okay, TV Pakistan. SV TVPS. TV means TV Pakistan, nothing but Pakistan TV. SVPT. SV Peta. Peta. Peta means it's a village. SV Peta. So simply just jumbling this second equation. You have to jumble, like write these two equations first of all. VS, right, just reverse and take the reverse of this equation TP. Okay, right, this is the just reverse. Okay, so V is right first and S is right next. P is right, T is right first and P is right next. See, like I'll use the dotted line. Okay, so simply this. Okay, and this is okay. So this is the third law we can remember, and similarly same equation is repeated. Now see, VT SP, VT SP. So this reverse, that equation is reverse this equation, reverse. Okay, so in place of T you will write V, in place of V you will write T, in place of S you will write in place of V. If you do see this equation right, simply this is the shortcut how to remember these equations, Maxwell's equations. TV PS, Pakistan TV, SP Peta. Only these two sentences you remember, then you will write four equations. So from the second equation SP Peta, you just reverse that equation in two times. Okay, SV place you will write VS, and PT place you will write TP. Similarly, in first equation also reverse. VT TV place you will write VT, and PS place you will write SP. So simply you will see dou T by dou V. So right, dou T by dou V is equal to dou P by dou S. First equation is completed. Similarly, dou S by dou V is equal to dou P by dou T. Second equation is okay. Now see third equation, dou V by dou S is equal to dou T by dou P. Third equation is completed. Similarly, fourth equation, dou V by dou T is equal to dou S by dou P. So the first equation is written as minus, and second equation no minus vadali. Remaining two equations positive equations only. Okay, so this is the very best shortcut to remember. So every time you will write TVPS every time. So right now I'll write this is next page. Once we will see. So I will simply right now I'm not seeing this thermodynamic potential equations. Okay, right now I'm not seeing this thermodynamic potentials. I'll easily write the four thermodynamic potentials. How? See once again. Okay, so I just remember that shortcut. First I'll write the shortcut. How to write the shortcut? You just follow the instructions. Okay, then First you will write TVPS. Okay, so Pakistan TV, and write next SV PETA. PT PETA means, okay. So simply you will write this equation is dou T by dou V is equal to dou P by dou S. Right? SV dou V by, sorry, dou S by dou V is equal to dou P by dou T. Okay, simply two equations came from this shortcut. Now you will just jumbling this order. Okay, VS and jumbling, right? Okay, jumbling, and now jumbling and jumbling. Okay, T P. So you will get third equation. You will get second equation. You will get third equation. Dou V by dou S is equal to dou T by dou P. Okay, and you will jumbling this equation. Okay, right, in terms of Vs. Okay, so therefore you will jumbling this equation Vt and Sp. You will get fourth equation dou V by dou T is equal to dou S by dou T. Okay, simply these are the four Maxwell's equations. I write without seeing any proof and without seeing that equations. Simply I remember how it is easy to write. Okay, so the first equation and last equations put minus. Okay, so therefore this is a minus and this is a minus. So this is the first Maxwell equation, second Maxwell equation, third Maxwell equation, fourth Maxwell equation. Understand? It is very easiest shortcut how to just only two sentences which we learn. That two sentences are nothing but TV Pakistan and SV PETA. If these two equations you remember, then you can write the four Maxwell's equation by simply following this shortcut. Okay, understand everybody? Please note every point. After then we will move to Clapeyron equation. How the Clapeyron equation is changing from the Maxwell's equations. Okay. So please note everybody, I'll take our attendance. Please note, today only 120 students will attend this session. What about remaining candidates? Every time please follow the trick. Please follow this trick and you can easily write this trick. By using the trick, I'll write the four equations. Okay, so simply this term dou S, dou P by dou S, the last term of the sentence is come to here, and the last sentence of the term is come to here. So the last sentence of the term is come to here, the last sentence of the term is come to here. The last sentence P, last sentence S, the last sentence P. Okay, the last sentence P. So this is called dou T by dou V at constant entropy minus dou P by dou S at constant volume. Dou S by dou V at constant temperature is equal to dou P by dou T at constant volume. Dou V by dou S at constant pressure is equal to dou T by dou P at constant entropy. Dou V by dou T at constant pressure is equal to minus dou S by dou P at constant temperature. So you can write easily by using the shortcut. Okay, so right, next concept is Clapeyron's equation. The next topic is Clapeyron equation. So what is the Clapeyron equation? Generally, this equation gives the change in melting point or the boiling point with changing in pressure. So this equation can be derived from the Maxwell's second law of thermodynamics. Actually, this equation is derived from Maxwell's second law of thermodynamics. So this equation is derived from, Maxwell's equation. Which Maxwell equation? Second Maxwell's equation. Second Maxwell's equation. Generally, Clapeyron equation gives the changing. It gives. It gives. It gives. It gives. It gives the changing in. It gives the changing. It gives the changing. Change, not changing. It gives change. It gives the change in melting point or boiling point with change in pressure. Okay, so the Clapeyron equation gives the change in melting point or boiling point with change in pressure. Okay, so this equation is derived from Maxwell's second law. So what is Maxwell's second law equation? Maxwell's second law tells. What is the Maxwell's second law? Every time I just go back. Okay, if I'm saying the go back equation, what is the second law? This is the second equation. So every time you are not seeing this equation, remember this equation is difficult. So that's why you have to follow the shortcut. Okay, so from the second equation, what we will write the second equation. So in rough side, you will write TB PS, then SV PT. SV beta, TB PS. Okay, so remaining for two equations will become from these two equations only. So the second equation is SV PT. Okay, so from second law of thermodynamics, so from Maxwell's second law, we will write this equation: dou S by dou V is equal to dou P by dou V. It is positive or negative? This is positive because only first equation, fourth equation only negatives. First equation, fourth equation is negative. Remaining two are positive equations. So this is a positive. Okay. So simply I'll write the first equation, second law of thermodynamics equation. Not second law. This is the equation. Second Maxwell's equation. I'll write second Maxwell's equation. Dou S by dou V is equal to dou P by dou T. Now here T is the lost term. You will write T here. Here V is lost term. You will write V here. Okay. So this is your second law of second Maxwell's equation or second thermodynamic potential. So how I easily write this equation? By using this shortcut. So please Everybody follow the shortcut. Without shortcut you cannot we cannot write anything. Okay, so every time you remember, every time you by heart, it is difficult to write this equation. So that's why you easily follow this shortcut. Okay, now I'll from this equation I am multiplying both sides capital T. Okay, now using this equation I'll solve this equation. Now multiply both sides by capital T. Then what will be happen? So therefore capital T times dou S by dou V at constant temperature is equal to capital T times dou P by dou T at constant volume. Okay, so I'll write remaining here. I just remove this for the place. I'll write here. Right. But what is T is maybe T is the temperature. The temperature may be inside. T dot ds is nothing but dq. Okay, we know that from second law of thermodynamics, T dot dou S. If you go to inside T dot ds, Otherwise, T dot ds is equal to nothing but what is nothing? This is nothing but dou q, because we already know that dq is equal to T dot ds from this equation. Okay, so therefore we know that T dot ds, T dot dou s is equal to dou q. So therefore you will write this equation. In this equation is dou q by dou v at constant temperature is equal to T times of dou p by dou t. Okay, at constant volume. Constant volume. We'll write this equation. Okay. Here dou q is represents. Here dou q represents what? Dou q represents. Dou q is the amount of heat absorbed by the system. Here dou q is represents. What is that? Here dou q. Dou q represents amount of heat. Amount of heat absorbed. Absorbed by the system. Absorbed by the system. Amount of heat absorbed by the system. Understand? Dou Q is represent amount of heat absorbed by the system at constant temperature. Actually, at constant temperature, okay? Constant temperature. And dou Q is the amount of heat absorbed by the system at constant temperature. Then definitely it is in condensation process. Okay. So in condensation process, we will use dou Q as a latent heat energy. In condensation process, we can use dou Q in terms of latent heat. You can change dou Q in terms of latent heat. So therefore, this equation will be changed T into dou P by dou T at constant volume is equal to, so in dou Q is represented L, capital L. Why? Because L is nothing but latent heat. Here L is latent heat. So therefore this is represented by, in terms of dou Q by dou V, we can use dou Q plus L, because here dou Q is the amount of heat absorbed by the system. That is nothing but, we can represent dou Q as dou Q as in terms of what? In terms of latent heat. So that's why it is L divided by dou V times at constant temperature. Okay, dou V times at constant temperature. But we know that specific volume of a first and second state will be V1 and V2. So if you consider dou Q is the amount of heat absorbed by the system at volume V. So therefore dou V is nothing but changing volume. So that volume is represented dV is equal, dou V is equal to V2 minus V1. So that is the changing volume. So therefore dou P by dou T at constant temperature, at T into dou P by dou T at constant volume is equal to, you will write L into V2 minus V1. So therefore finally you will write, okay. So this is the equation. I'll write in next page right now, otherwise I'll write here. Okay. So I'll write here. So therefore finally you will get dou P by dou T at constant volume is equal to L divided by V2 minus V1 at temperature. So this is Clausius-Clapeyron equation. This is the Clausius-Clapeyron equation. This is the Clausius-Clapeyron equation. So please note everybody, this is the first portion, this is the second portion, and this is the third portion. Okay. So this is, see, this equation is already studied in intermediate. That is called Clausius-Clapeyron equation. You will study in intermediate only. But in intermediate, you write this Clausius-Clapeyron equation by using a specific heat at constant volume or specific heat at constant pressure, and otherwise you have using condensation process like a latent heat equation. But here in degree, we will prove this equation by using second law of thermodynamic potential. From the second law of thermodynamic potential, I can derive the dou P by dou T, the changing pressure with respect to changing time at constant volume will gives latent heat, Clashes-Clapeyron equation, L divided by T into V2 minus V1. So this is Clashes-Clapeyron equation. Please note everybody. I will post your attendance. Please write, everybody. Please note. So many students are left, so many students are not present. What happened? The weather is not properly. Okay. Now move to another question. Now, so this is called Clashes-Clapeyron equation. This equation is called Clashes-Clapeyron equation. See this equation. This equation is Clashes-Clapeyron equation. Okay. So next topic. Actually, some of the applications are there in Clashes-Clapeyron equation. So this equation can be used to calculate the variation of boiling point of the liquid with pressure. Okay, so that is liquid state becomes gaseous state. Okay, there is increasing in volume, that is V2 rather than V1. So actually ఏంటండి అంటే ఈ equation అనేది is used to calculate the variation of boiling points of the liquid with pressure. Okay, so ఇది various liquid points యొక్క boiling points ని explain చేస్తుంది the application. So ఇప్పుడు నేను కొన్ని applications we will discuss about the some more applications of Clashes-Clapeyron equation in the next page. Okay, so please note it. I'll move to next page. Right. So applications of applications of Clapeyron's equation. So applications of Clashes-Clapeyron equations. So generally, this equation can be used to calculate the variation of boiling points. Actually, this equation is used to calculate the variation of boiling point of a liquid. Okay, so this equation is used to calculate the variation of boiling points. So boiling points are different liquids having different boiling points. Okay, different liquids have different boiling points. Okay, so we want to calculate for a different way. We want to calculate the boiling point for each liquid. So each liquid having one specified boiling point. So Clashes-Clapeyron, so therefore we want to calculate the boiling points, and the variation of boiling points of any liquid can be calculated by using this Clashes equation. Okay, so and this equation is used to calculate the variation of boiling point of liquid with constant, actually with constant pressure, with constant pressure, constant pressure, okay, with constant pressure, right? Second point is, this equation can be used to study, this equation can be used to study, this equation can be used to study the variation, the variation, this equation can be used to study the variation of melting point, of melting point, of melting point of a solid, of a solid with 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 pressure, with pressure, okay. So, and the second application of the Clapeyron equation is, this equation is can be used to study the variation of melting point of a solid with pressure, okay. So example, if V2 greater than V1, then dou P by dou T is positive. Actually, if you see this equation, dou P by dou T, if V2 is greater than V1, then if V2 is greater than V1, the volume of the second volume is much greater than the first volume, then definitely this equation will be positive, okay, like positive and negative points. We can also calculate that variation of melting points, okay. And the third important application is, this equation can be explained the resolution of ice, this equation can be explained, can be explained 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 the resolution of ice, okay. When resolution of ice means when two pieces of ice are attached together, then they form a single piece, okay. So this is called resolution. Actually, resolution means it is attaching. If you attach the two pieces of ice, what will be happen? Two pieces, after some times it look like a single piece, okay. So it will be stick with each other, okay, right? Though the sticking process is called resolution, okay. So there is, this equation can be explained the resolution of ice, okay. And this is the one important application, right? Simply these three are major applications of Clapeyron equation. So the first application, this equation is used to calculate the variation of boiling points of liquid with a constant pressure, so E constant pressure. And the second application is, this equation can be used to study the variation of melting point of a solid with pressure, ఆ ప్రెషర్ తో పాటు వేరియస్ melting points ని కనుక్కోవడానికి లేదా వేరియస్ బాయిలింగ్ పాయింట్స్ మధ్య ఉన్న వేరియేషన్ కనుక్కోవడానికి these equations will be used. And this equation is explained the resolution of ice. The what is the I already told the what is the resolution means. Resolution is the sticking of ice together after some time. When two pieces of ice is attached with each other, then definitely after some time it will be like a look like a single piece. That means the two ice pieces are stick and they will be formed a single piece, okay. So this is the concept of Clapeyron equation. So shall we move the next topic? So please note everybody. Right. So the next topic, we'll move to the next topic. Understand what I'm saying? Today I'll explain the first I'll write once again the thermodynamic potentials. After that, I use the shortcut how to remember the potentials. Okay, and I'll write the remember potentials, and after then I explain what is Clashes-Clapeyron equation by using of second law of thermodynamics. We can derive the Clashes-Clapeyron equation, that is dou P by dou T at constant V is equal to capital L by T times V2 minus V1. Here L is nothing but latent heat and T is nothing but temperature, and V2 V minus is the difference of volumes. Okay, after then I write some of the applications which are studied under the Clashes-Clapeyron equation. So therefore, the Clashes-Clapeyron equation is very useful to calculate the variation of boiling points of liquid with constant pressure. At the same time, this equation can be used to study of the variation of melting points of the solid with the constant pressure. At the same time, this equation can be explained the resolution. Resolution of ice. Resolution means it is a attachment of the ice. It means if you attach the two separate pieces of ice, but in particular time, after some time, these two ice pieces will be appear like a single ice piece because they are stick with each other. After then it form a single block. So this is the resolution concept, and the Clashes-Clapeyron equation is also explained the resolution of this ice. Okay, so shall we move the next topic? The specific heat topics. It's very important question right now. I'll tell you. And this Clashes-Clapeyron is example for 5 marks question, and this is very important for 5 marks question. Okay, right, and come to specific heat. The now concept is specific heat. So what is a specific heat? Specific heat. So specific heat is represented by capital C. Actually, specific heat is represented by capital C. Okay, so I'll write now. I'll write the definition of specific heat. The amount of heat required to rise the temperature of a unit mass of the gas or the substances through 1 degree Celsius is known as specific heat. So the amount of heat required, the amount of heat required to rise, the amount of heat required to rise the temperature, the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of a unit mass of a gas or substances through 1 degree Celsius is known as specific heat. Okay, and it is denoted by capital C, and it is denoted by capital C. Okay, so this is the definition of specific heat. The amount of heat required to rise the temperature of a unit mass of gas or substances through 1 degree Celsius is known as specific heat, and it is denoted by Cp. Okay, specific heat definition. This is the amount of heat required to rise the temperature, the amount of heat. So if any system is there, if you give some amount of heat, then definitely the system will rise its temperature. Okay, if the system rises the temperature of a unit mass of the gas through 1 degree Celsius is known as specific heat, and it is denoted by C, capital C. Now I want to derive this specific heat can be studied in 2 ways. That is, the specific heat at constant pressure, at the same time specific heat at constant volume. So this specific heat is studied in 2 ways. So that specific heat at constant pressure, specific heat at constant pressure, and second one is a specific heat at constant volume. Okay, so you will study the specific heat in two ways: specific heat at constant pressure and specific heat at constant volume. So specific heat at constant pressure is represented by C suffix P. Okay, I'll write in another color. C suffix P, and similarly this is C suffix V. Okay, so this is called actually volume, specific heat at constant volume. Okay, so right now what is a specific heat at constant pressure and specific heat at constant volume? So simply this is the same definition of specific heat only, but here always use at remains constant pressure. When pressure remains constant, every time in the last of this definition we can write the in pressure, when the pressure of the system remains constant, you will write. Okay, so I'll write the definition, so please note everybody. This is the specific heat constant concept. Specific heat is nothing but the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of a unit mass of the gas. So this is the minimum amount of heat supply. So if you give a minimum amount of heat supply to any system, then that minimum supply is always rise the temperature of the mass of the gas. So this concept is called specific heat concept. And specific heat is classified into two ways: specific heat at constant pressure, at the same time specific heat at constant volume. So this is represented by Cp and Cp. Okay, right. So please, or if you note, I'll write what is the Cp value, Cp definition. Okay, right. So the next concept is, I'll move to next page. Please write. Next page. Constant. Now specific heat at constant pressure. Specific heat at constant pressure, that is represented by Cp. Specific heat at constant pressure. Specific heat at specific heat at constant pressure. Okay, so what is the specific heat at constant pressure? The same definition we will repeat once again, but in last we will write when the pressure remains constant. Okay, so therefore the amount of heat required, the amount of heat required, the amount of heat required to rise the temperature, of 1 gram mass, 1 gram mass of substances. Water తీసుకురా మంచిగా లేదు రాలేదండి, ఉన్నారు కానీ ఎక్కడున్నారు చూడు. So 1 gram of mass of the substances through 1 degree Celsius. 1 degree Celsius when 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 pressure pressure remains constant. Pressure remains constant. So that is represented by Cp is a pressure is denoted by Cp, and Cp is equal to dq by dt at constant pressure. Okay, so the amount of heat, the changing heat with respect to time is also represented as specific heat. So this is a very important formula. Cp is equal to dq by dt, dq by dt. Okay, so therefore Cp is equal to dq by dt at constant pressure. Similarly, specific heat at constant volume, Cv. Okay, so similarly you will write the same definition. So the amount of heat required to rise the temperature, the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of 1 gram mass of substances through 1 degree Celsius when volume, right now here volume remains constant. Okay, so same equation, Cv is equal to dq by dt at constant volume. So this equation, right? So these two are the equations of specific heat at constant pressure and specific heat at constant volume. If you really know the values of specific heat at constant pressure and specific heat at constant volume, then you can derive the equation specific heat. You can derive the equation like ratio of specific heats. We can derive the equation Cp by Cv ratio, okay, of the two equations. So please note everybody. Please note everybody. I'll move to next topic. Right. So yes, this today's session I'll explain these topics. Okay. So first of all, I write the four Maxwell's equations, four thermodynamic potential equations. After that, how to remember the potential equations by using this shortcut. You can easily remember. I explain the shortcut how to remember the thermodynamic potentials, because if you are not remember these thermodynamic potentials, definitely you won't do anything. Okay, because by hearting of this thermodynamic potential is too difficult. So therefore, you may use this shortcut to remember this thermodynamic potentials. Okay, and after then I'll explain the Clashes-Clapeyron equation. So I'll explain what is a Clashes-Clapeyron equation is derived from second law of thermodynamics only. Sorry, is derived from second law of thermodynamic potential. Second thermodynamic potential. Actually, what Clashes-Clapeyron equation says that it gives the change in melting point or boiling point with change in pressure. If the system pressure will be changing, then definitely the melting point and boiling point of the system is also changes. So this concept was explained by Clashes and Clapeyron. That's why they will give you final one equation by using thermodynamic potential. That equation is called Clashes-Clapeyron equation. So I'll derive that equation by using the Maxwell's equation, dou S by dou V is equal to dou P by dou T. From this equation, I will get one equation that is nothing but dou P by dou T. Okay, dou P by dou T at constant volume. So that pressure, this pressure will be changed with respect to time, then definitely the boiling or melting point of the system is also changes. Okay, now the next page, you will see in next page. Now, applications of Clashes-Clapeyron equation. So this equation is used to calculate the variation of boiling points of liquid with constant pressure. And the second point is, this equation can be used to study the variation of melting points of solids with pressure. And this equation can be explained the resolution of the ice. So these three topics will be explained by using Clashes-Clapeyron equation. And the next one, see next page. I derive what is specific heat. So I'll write the definition of specific heat, the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of a unit mass of the gas or substances through 1 degree Celsius is known as specific heat. So this is the standard specific heat equation. Standard definition of specific heat. Whenever you see any textbook or anything, any material like, so you will definitely, in every textbook, this type of definition is only there. This is the standard definition of specific heat. And the specific heat is now classified into two ways: the specific heat constant pressure and specific heat at constant volume. That is called Cp into Cv. Okay. And after that, I define the two equations. What is the two definitions? That specific heat at constant pressure Cp and specific heat at constant volume. So here, what is the difference of these two equations? Only it will done at constant pressure, it will done at constant volume. That's all. So the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of 1 gram of mass of the substances to 1 degree Celsius when pressure remains constant is called Cp. That is called specific heat constant pressure. And the amount of heat required to rise the temperature of 1 gram of mass of the substances to 1 degree Celsius when volume remains constant. Okay, so constant remains constant. So this is represented by Cv is equal to dou Q by dou T at constant, dou Q by dou T at constant volume, and this is equal to dou Q by dou T at constant pressure. Understand? So now I'll explain another topic that is called. It is very important essay question. Question is like the question: what is specific heat? What is meant by specific heat? And deduce the relation. Deduce the relation between Cp and Cv. Okay. So relation means there is a two types of relation, that is called ratio relation is one, Cp by Cv, this is a relation, and similarly difference. So Cp minus Cv is equal to R, this is a relation. So these two relations are very important. Okay, so this is one relation stado 10 marks question. Okay. Right. Now this is the question is asking like that. What is the specific heat? And define specific heat at constant pressure and constant volume. Like otherwise the types of specific heat. Define specific heat and write the types of specific heat and deduce the relation. Define the ratio of Cp by Cv. Yeah, he was asking like that. Define the ratio. Okay, so right. Next, we will derive right now fast derivation. I'll prove the fast derivation and ratio of specific heat. I'll derive this class. But today this derivation is very, very big derivation. So today we don't have a sufficient time to derive this derivation. So we will see the ratio of specific heat in next class. Okay. Thank you very much, student. I'll close your attendance. Thank you very much.